dried as the day got brighter. Oh, 'cause she was kissed by the sun.
Hi, it's Tapatya. I'm Tony, and this is the video log of the build of this boat. She's a Jay Benford designed 31'8" sailing dory, will be junk schooner rigged in due course, and I'm building her part-time in my spare time. We are, as it stands, some 3 years, 10.5 months into the build, and I say part-time build. And when you consider also, video logging it, putting these up on YouTube, it takes a fair bit of time. In fact, as I strive to get better at video editing, video production, the time that goes into making these videos is steadily growing. But I say 3 years, 10 months. I've no doubt that if you were to build one of these full time and not take the time to video it, you could get one done in a couple of years, I'm sure, as an amateur builder. But here we are. This week started off getting some paint around the bulwarks. Last week, remember, I varnished the bulwark caps, the aft bulwark caps, and I just brought the paint, the gloss paint, up to those now, just to tidy it up, fore and aft. So that's all done. Got a couple of coats of white paint around there, and later on I will be sanding all this and the blue and putting another 2 coats on before we launch. Yeah, but I'll do that towards the end. Yeah, looking good, I think. Yeah, and here we are inside the boat, and quite a few things going on in here. I shall grab the camera and talk you through them, I think. So I've got this underlay stuff. It looks like this. I don't know if you can see this. The camera is not very happy focusing on it, but it's an underlay for the cushions in various places under beds that allow a bit of air circulation under the cushions, and has good reports on keeping mould down from the bottom of your cushions. So I've got some of that, cut it to shape for the forepeak, and also, if I spin gently around, also cut it in for the quarter berth, and you'll notice also I've cut a mattress in for the quarter berth. That's the piece of underlay laid in there, and the mattress is in, and it's very comfy, it has to be said. Very nice place to sleep, a great sea berth. The mattress obviously will be upholstered yet, there's just a rough cover on it at the moment. But yeah, that's the first bit of foam cut into shape. And I've got the foam for these settees. I need to put fiddles around the settees, but I've got the foam for there. And we'll be buying some new mattresses for the V-berth. And the other great excitement here is that the cabin sole is finally complete. I've got those 2 boards behind me finished. I used a different varnish in the end, some from my usual supplier, Binker, and it's very good varnish. Also can't see any colour difference or gloss difference. Dries better actually, much better varnish, to be honest with you. Should have used it from the start. There you go. That's done. Sole is finished. You'll notice the mast depth is a hole, and of course when the masts aren't in place, that hole will be there. So I've made up a wooden block with some oak on the top of it that will just sit in there for times when, for example, we intend to do some French canal work, times when the masts aren't in position, and you can just fill that hole with a bit of oak capped wood that will sort of blend in there and stop you falling down the hole at the very least. Okay. yeah, you know, the build's going on, but of course there's always other things to do around the workshop. Maintenance items, repairs, keeping tools sharp or cleaned, or cleaning the epoxy off the clamps, all sorts of things keeps you busy, as well as you know, the actual build itself. And one thing that's been going on this week is I've got some racks over on the wall there. I'll just show you those. My wood racks here, and it's all balanced fairly precariously on some rather weak wooden brackets that I made up years ago. And one day I'm going to come into the workshop and find that lot all crashed down and laid on the floor, I'm sure. So, improvements needed, and I'm in the process of welding up. Well, I've welded up completely now 3 of these angle iron brackets that will go on the wall there to do the job a bit more substantially. I should give them a lick of paint now and drill some holes, not in that order, drill some holes, then paint, and get them up there. Another little job that needed doing was I had some holes from screws or just holes in the wood in this nav table area. There were a couple in that end there. Also 2 in the companionway step, and I cut some plugs and got them in. I've planed them off and getting some varnish on them now. They look nice. I'm talking about the companionway step. Let me show you that. It's in the process of being varnished. Fiddle's completely varnished. Top step is completely varnished. Bottom oak one has got 4 coats on it now, so getting that way. Looking very nice, pleased with it. And if I step back, you get the view, the glossy boards going up to the companionway, looking very nice. Here we are in the workshop, all sorts of bits, yeah, dry, all sorts of bits stacked on the rudder. So one thing I did earlier this week was I got the rudder all finished glassing all the edges of the rudder and these two surfaces of the upper portion of the rudder, all glassed. So now she's completely glassed in, with the exception of the top and bottom of the blade itself, and there's a good reason for that. End plates coming on there in due course with the next rudder job. And as you see, balanced on it now, various bits of board being varnished, the middle companionway step, the bottom companionway step, and over here is my little block to fill in the mast hole. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching all that YouTube stuff. Hit that subscribe button and we'll be back next time. See you then. Bye.